What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome all my new subscribers. As always, I got to take a second and thank each and every one of you guys out there that take the time of your day to watch and support my channel. It means the world to me. Everybody, we're doing something a little bit different today. Today, we're actually taking a look at the OTOFIX D1 Lite scan tool. Now, quick, huge shout out to Luca and the guys over at OTOFIX. They contacted me. Shout out to my buddy Brian with Fab Automotive because he basically put us in touch. A lot of you guys that don't know, I am a full-time mechanic, own a shop, and that is my bread and butter. That is where I make my bread and butter, is wrenching. And me and Fab used to be a mechanic as well when I first came across his channel. So when they asked him, hey, anybody that would want to try this out? He recommended me. Luca got in contact with me and we chatted. So this is a sponsored video. Quick disclaimer. This is not a paid sponsorship. They did not pay me in any way, shape, or form. They just sent me this to review. So we're going to be doing a little look at the OTOFIX D1 Lite scan tool. And once again, sorry it's taken me so long, Luca. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned to the end of the video because down in the description, I will have a link with a code, little discount code off for this thing. So let's dive right into the D1 Lite. Now, technology and scan tools has came a long way, with the evolution of cars being more difficult, they're putting more modules in, modules that run modules that run modules, and you need a way for everything to talk to each other. And it's been crazy and it's a little overwhelming. But the good side about that is these scan tools have evolved to kind of make our jobs easier. So, pre-OBD2, you really didn't have many PIDs or any data you could really, go into and look and diagnose the problem. So as cars evolve, you can now have all these PIDs and data streams and everything to help you find the solution to your problem in your vehicle. I'll plug this into my Civic. I'll demo it for you guys and show you guys why I like it. Maybe a few things that I would change, which isn't a lot. So yeah, I already unboxed this, but I kind of put it back in for you guys so you guys can see it. Let's go over a few things on the back. Right here, it says you can read and clear codes, display live data, graph, analog for easy data review, which is what I'm going to demo for you guys, which is what I like it. Graph merging, checking data PIDs, fuel trims, all that kind of stuff like that. Auto VIN technology automatically reads. I think there's a separate battery tester that you can buy, kind of like an add-on kit to this, which is really cool. Reset all your service and oil lights, your intervals, electronic parking brake, forced regeneration and adjust injectors. I haven't really had to do that yet. So there's a lot of stuff on here that I still even haven't really had to touch, really, features. Register, reset batteries. Some of these Mercedes and BMW, after you replace the battery, you got to go in and tell the computer that you replaced the battery or all things are going to be wrong. So that's the technology, man. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'll show you guys what it comes with. Now, I've been using this for a couple months now. I told him I'm going to use it in the shop. I use it every single day, and that way I can kind of give my feedback on it. Comes with this nice case here. Like I said, I've already had it out, so I will just kind of go over what it comes with. Everything was in bags. Comes with a nice card here. Tips, instructions on the back for you. It comes with a packing list. Tells you everything that comes with it. It comes with a charger, USB to USB-C, I believe. Yep, little charger, and the 12 volt. A lot of places now are just giving these without these. So that was nice that came with that. It came with the dongle, the OTOFIX dongle. This is a Bluetooth scan tool, so it's more convenient. You can be out under the hood. You ain't got to run the wire inside. times like that are over, guys. We got Bluetooth, and it also comes with this adapter as well. Not sure really what that's for, but we'll figure it out because I haven't had to use it. So we've got the quick guide, you know, little instruction manual. Let's see if we can figure out what that's for. It's got to be like a an adapter to run in the car to run. We'll figure it out. I'll figure that out and I'll tell you guys. So I haven't had to use that. So I've been using it without it, no problems. Comes with a little guide here. This is a 7-inch screen. Yeah, 7-inch touch screen, which is it's a decent size, you know, if you're used to playing with tablets and whatnot. It's a decent sized tablet. As you can see, it's all dirty because yes, I have been using the crap out of this. And it comes with a protective film over the tablet, but I left it on there to protect it. They say to peel it off, but I didn't want to peel it off because I want to keep the screen kind of protected. One thing though is I'm sure they make them. Little protective case would be nice, or like a kickstand to set it on, because I always have to set it on my toolbox or my cart and kind of set it against something. So that would be something on the improvement list I would like to see, but that's not a make or break it for me at all. It's got a camera on it. Packaging is nice, and yeah, let's go into some demos. I'll show you guys this working, kind of go through just some simple things on it and what I like to use. I'll demonstrate some graph merging, my O2 sensors and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll show you guys the OTOFIX D1 Lite in action. All right, everybody. So before we get plugged in, go ahead and fire up your OTOFIX. Get it all going. Now, I have already registered and did all the updates, but once you first get this, you're going to want to fire it up. Go to updates. This screen will pop up and you can basically run all the updates. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. You run the operating system update, everything will update, and then after that, you will be good to go. And then these little updates will pop up periodically, especially when you go to Diagnostics. And you can see I have, like, there's a lot of updates, but there's a lot of stuff in here I don't work on. So I don't need to update those. The Abarth and the Citroens and the Ferraris and all that stuff, I don't need to update. But I do work on the Fords. You click the little update right there. And yes, I went ahead and connected to my Wi-Fi. So this can be connected to the Wi-Fi. You go in and it's now downloading the most recent Ford update. So what this will allow me to do is go ahead and stay updated on all my apps. I mean, all the, not apps, but they're kind of like apps, but you'll stay updated on the current software for communicating with vehicles. Yes, my car is filthy. Don't say anything about it. So right now it's downloading, and you can just go through each one and update as you go. Weekly, I will go through and update all the ones that I use on a daily basis. So while this is updating, what we're going to do is you're going to take your dongle here, which also has the updates and the drivers to update this on the OTOFIX D1. I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged in on my OBD2 port down here, turn the ignition on, and show you guys some sample work of what this can do. So let's get this plugged in. All right, everybody, I got my dongle plugged in. It's powered up. It powers up through the port. I've got my ignition on into the on position. I'm gonna come over here. Now you can see here the VCI. This is the dongle and it is Bluetooth. That's such a funny word. It is connected. So this will automatically connect to your scan tool. And yeah, so let's get on the inside. I'm gonna try and set you guys up here, kind of like a first person view. That way I can hold it both with and kind of go through it and show you guys. So let's do it. Alrighty, folks. So now that we got our dongle connected, we're going to go over here to the scan tool. And this is basically like an Android tablet, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go to OTOFIX right here. You can go to Diagnostics. Now, up here in the corner, it has the VIN. This is where you can auto-detect manual input or scan the VIN or license plate. I just hit auto-detect. That's going to go ahead and scan it and auto detect the vehicle, which is really nice. You don't have to go in there and input everything. Sometimes you have to pick submodels occasionally, but it will load and it's pretty quick. It's not the fastest tablet, but it's definitely fast enough. You just hit OK. Communicate. This is a USA. Confirm 2006 Civic VIN, yes. Now, the newer the car, the more modules it's going to have and the more information it's going to be able to decode. But, you know, that leads you to here. You got your diagnosis, your hot functions, your service, and your profile. Haven't used many of the hot functions because this doesn't apply to every single vehicle. You know, injectors, oil reset, brake bleed, suspension, throttle. I mean, it's just got tons of hot functions when applicable for the vehicle, which is awesome. Now, if we escape out, we go into diagnostics. What we can do is we can do an auto scan, which will go through and scan the entire system and will create a vehicle report of all the diagnostic trouble codes that are in every module, and it will store that that report for you to come back and look. But for now, I want to go into an individual module. If the check engine light's on, you got your engine, your ECM, basically, you're going to want to go into. Read codes, freeze frame data, adjustments. Some certain vehicles they have idle relearns, they have cam crank relearns, they have, you know, correlation codes that will happen when you have to go in and relearn stuff. It has all these functions. And I've really been enjoying this little tablet. And I haven't had to use my Zeus. Oh, there's the crank pattern relearn, special functions, which allows you to come in and, you know, VIN check, replace ECM, PCM if you have already replaced, if you had to put a new PCM in it, throttle position check, ECM, PCM reset. So it's got a lot of things in here that you can, you know, do, and it's really nice. No fault codes detected, obviously, but if there was, this is where you can erase them as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up and kind of show you guys how I use it and what's, you know, just a few things it can do. It'd take me all day to do a video on everything it can do. And I haven't done a lot of all the extra features. I haven't really gone down the rabbit hole yet. I just told them, hey, let me just use it in my environment and how I need it. And so far, it's been serving me well. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. All right, so we got that started. Now, I'm just going to give you guys an example. If your check engine light was on and you have a lean code, you can go into data displayed. It's fairly quick. This is all the data that is displayed. Map, math, I mean, all the sensors. So if I'm looking for, you know, if I'm looking for some fuel trims, some oxygen sensors, here you go. You can go to each individual one and you can graph this oxygen sensor and say, this is heated oxygen sensor to sensor 2. So if I was to go down here and find, let's see, sensor 1, there's so much data and so much advanced data in here that a lot of it you're not even really going to use. I haven't, but when you want to come in and you want to look, see, it's got your misfires on here. It's got all this kind of stuff. So when you want to come in here and check a certain cylinder for misfires, I mean, it's wild. It's wild, all the stuff that you can. So we got air fuel ratio sensor 1. We can graph that. Now the air fuel ratio sensors are going to react differently than a regular oxygen sensor. Heater current, I don't really use much, but you can graph merge these together on the same graph, and it's pretty quick. You can change how you want it to look. You can go full screen. What's really cool is you can record and come back, and let's say you want to show the customer, hey, this is what your oxygen sensor was doing before the repair. We went ahead and replaced it, and now this is what it's doing after. I use this feature a lot, especially on the 0420's cat efficiency. You want to go in there and you want to look at your oxygen sensors, especially before and after the cat, and that's going to give you a lot of information here, and that's going to tell you if that cat's efficient or not. So that is a great feature there. And go back out. Let's see. You can go into, each individual sensor. Let's say you want to go check your, you got a code for a wheel speed sensor, and it's saying left front wheel speed sensor circuit, and you look in there and the circuit's fine, and you want to come in here and you want to check your data to see, okay, let's see if my speed sensor is actually collecting the data. So you can come in here to the ABS and go into live data. And that will provide you with your left front, left rear, right rear wheel speed. Now what you can do is you can select all those and you can show selected. And that's it. Sometimes when there's a lot of PIDs and you want it to react, you can select individual ones. And now you don't have to scroll through all these to look. You have them all right here. Now what you can do now as well is you can go into the engine again. I use this feature a lot, the live data. Like we were talking about the lean code, or if you're having a rich code, you can come in here and you can come find the actual fuel trim. Let's see where it is on here. Heater current. Sometimes there's so much stuff in here. You got to scroll down until you can find it. Misfire, crank, cruise. All right, so I'm not seeing it in Honda. Now, the good thing is this does Honda specific, but you can go out, exit all the way out, and you can go into OBD2 specific, which in some cases I have to go into. You escape, you want to exit. It's going to tell you, don't forget the dongle. I've done it before, had to call the customer, hey, come back, give me my dongle. So you can go into OBD2 here. Auto scan. Like I said, it's not the fastest in the world, but it's definitely fast enough for what I need at my shop. Like I said, we have a Zeus, a $10,000 Zeus, and I haven't had to use that thing maybe once or twice because the only thing this thing does not have is like a 4-channel scope if you want to scope some cam and crank sensors to get the patterns. Now, other than that, this thing does everything I need. You can go into live data now here. Just going to go ahead and scan through all the PIDs that it can pull up and display. And this does sometimes take a little bit longer than I want it to, but it's got to, read and go through all the data. So let's see, engine coolant temperature. Now you see, I can come in here right now and I can go to my long-term and short-term and I can show selected. So right now, if I'm being perfectly honest, this thing runs a little rich. So right now on, oops, sorry, shaky camera. Right now, really, you got to pay attention to the long term. That long term is minus 10%. So what this is telling me is that it's pulling away 10% of fuel right now. Which really you want to be as close to 0 as possible. But if you're fluctuating between 0, 2, 3, 5 would be my absolute limit. So this thing's actually running a little rich, and I might actually have to take a look at it, which very well could be a dirty mass airflow sensor. And yeah, maybe that's why I haven't been getting great gas mileage. But what we can do is, let's go ahead and back out of here. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off, and then we're going to go ahead and clear everything. You can clear it, and sometimes it'll reset the fuel trims, and sometimes it needs to, relearn. So just having that data, letting me know, okay, it is running a little rich, and then you can go back into that data when you're done, record it. That way you have a before and after of your repair, which is really, really cool. And for the price of this thing, which we will talk about here in just a second once we get off, for the price, this thing has been fantastic for me at the shop. And inputting tire pressure sensors is another one. You can go in and input the IDs. You can run the manual input of the actual ID, even though we have another tool that does that, which, this tiny little thing right here has a lot of features, and I've been enjoying this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. I'll have to figure out why my car is running a little bit rich right now, to be honest. But let's get this thing shut off. Let's go into some final thoughts, talk a little bit about this OTOFIX D1 Lite. All right, everybody. So you guys saw my quick demo. Now, yes, there's a lot more features in here that I could have showed you guys, but I'm still learning. There's tons of features in this thing. And, as I'm going through and I'm learning, yes, there's probably a lot of features, but I really wanted to focus on really what I use on a day-to-day basis. And as somebody that runs a shop, this has been perfect for me. Haven't needed much more other than, like I said, that 4-channel scope to scope cam crank sensor signals and stuff like that. And once in a while, it's nice to have. That's pretty much all I use the other one for. I have needed it because this thing is freaking legit. Love this little thing. Now, there are many versions and add-ons that you can get to this. It also has, I wanted to show you, as I talked about the vehicle report, you can come in here to Data Manager, and this is going to store all the cars that you scan and their system reports. Let's see, for instance, here's this 2017 Suburban that I worked on, right? And it's going to give you the entire vehicle report. All the codes. There's even more. This one had like 18 codes in it. So it's really cool that it stores all that. You can have a vehicle report. You have the ability to go in, check data, live stream data, graph merge, which is key for, oxygen sensors, fuel related stuff. Being able to merge that is awesome. And it's actually it's quick in real time. And when you minimize those data PIDs, it's even quicker. So I have been thoroughly impressed so far with this D1 Lite, and for the price, it's under $400. If you on Amazon, there will be a link. Shout out to Luca and the OTOFIX for giving me a little bit of a discount link for you guys to go check that out. But overall, super, super, super happy with this. Super happy with this. Like I said, I really wish it had some kind of case with like a kickstand on it, something in that nature, maybe to protect it. Something you can kind of like a glove on the back, not a glove, but like a strap that you can hold onto it would be nice. You know what I mean? But overall, for the price, this little D1 Lite, I can imagine they're more expensive, top of the line ones. Our Zeus was like freaking 10 grand, and that thing's a giant paperweight. I'm sorry, but Snap-on, not a fan of that thing whatsoever. This little guy right here, worth every single penny. Whether you're a shop or you're just a DIYer on the weekend, you want to buy, you need a scanner, you like to go buy and flip cars. Well, one thing you want to do when you buy a car definitely have a scanner with you. Any tech out there, you know it. Have a scanner when you're going to buy a car, because people will straight up sell you lemons, not tell you anything. And then this right here, you go in and you scan, it'll tell you, oh, you need to know it's got a whole bunch of airbag codes in it, front impact sensor, side impact sensor. Oh, really? So it was never an accident? Yeah, sure, buddy. So yeah, having a good scanner can really get you out of a lot of pickles when it comes to buying cars, buying and flipping them. Whether you're a little hole in the wall dealership, you got your dealer license, you want to flip cars, you want to go to car auctions, stuff like that. Having a scanner is key. And this little D1 Lite is legit, absolutely legit. Triple stamp, Smurf of approval. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Once again, Luca, everybody over here at OTOFIX, I apologize that it's taken me so long, but like I said, I really wanted to use this and get it in my daily routine, not just use it for a day and be like, oh yeah, it's great. No, you guys are going to get my honest feedback. Like I said, I've been using this thing for over 2 months now, and I use it every single day. Battery life is, I haven't had a problem at all with battery life. I know cell phones, you get a cell phone, battery life is great at first, and then all of a sudden it doesn't last a day. Well, I can go pretty much, as long as I remember to turn this off at the end of the day, I can go all week using it on one battery. So the battery's great. It's quick for a little D1 Lite. It's quick enough. The data that it gives me and the features it allows me to do is more than enough for me at our shop. And let's see, like I said, it does the tire pressure sensors, and the features that it has is, out of this little thing, is kind of crazy. And I enjoy using it. I do. It's lightweight, it's handheld, everything I need in a little scanner, to be honest. So yeah, I can't recommend it enough. Let's see, is there anything else I want to touch on the basis of this thing? I mean, we covered pretty much everything that I use it for. And there's other features in here that you can add on, the battery tester, I'm sure. Oh, let's talk about the subscription, because a lot of times you buy scanners and you got to pay this ridiculous amount for a subscription. It's $119 for a year, and you get 2 years. So right now I am good till, let's see. Go to update. It says right here, $119 per year. And I'm good till 7/9/27, and then it's only $119 for the year, which is really cheap. And like I said, each you can go in and it's got all these individual updates. Like I said, I will stay up to date. Every day I turn the scanner on, and if I see any of the vehicles that I commonly work on, I stay up to date in all of them. I don't need to go and update all 75 updates if I'm only going to use 15, 16 of them, different brands of cars. So that's really cool that every day, I mean, they're constantly coming out with updates and software updates to keep you on top of your game. So I'm going to stop rambling. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please just drop them down in the comments. OTOFIX D1 Lite. Also, there will be an Amazon link down where you can find this with a little discount. So I want to take the time and say thank you to Luca. I appreciate all you guys for sending this out to me, and I'm sorry it's taken so long. Really enjoy this thing. It's been working great for me in the shop. Shout out to Fab. I appreciate you for putting us in contact. Shout out to all you guys that take the time out of your day to watch and support my channel. It means the world to me. OTOFIX D1 Lite, go check it out right now on Amazon. It's a great little scanner, and it's forever going to be on my toolbox to help me in my diagnostic needs. So yeah, I hope all you guys out there enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. I know it's not a detailing video, but I am a full-time mechanic. So if you did like it, subscribe, smash that thumbs up for me, click that little notification bell. That way when I upload more videos, you guys will get notified. And I hope all you guys out there have a fantastic day, night, evening, whatever it is where you're at right now watching. I'm gonna catch you guys all on the next video.